Hello, this is the Novak22, and I wanted to start a new series of videos on reptile care because I used to keep a lot of reptiles, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about a lot of different species. So I want to do my first one on one that's not very common in the pet trade, just because it's not as popular, but I think it should be. It's the sneider skink, or also called the Berber skink. And there's a nice picture on the web, two of them. I would say it's like a medium to small. I say medium-sized lizard. Comes from Africa. They usually live around 20 years old, up to 20 years. They get about 12 inches long or so. Males usually are bigger than the females. What you'll need if you want to keep one of these is generally you want I say 20 to 40 gallon. I say 20 for one, maybe 40 gallon tank for two for a pair, maybe even 3 for a 40 gallon. You remember you want longer than taller for these guys because they're ground dwellers, they'll burrow. You want a screen top, branches. These guys need UVB and basking light, and I'd say basking light you would probably want 100 to maybe 150 watt. They do like the burrow, like I said, so you're gonna be using probably a good 3 inches. Usually pretty good would be reptile jungle mix, Zilla mix, jungle mix. Let's see what else. These guys are primarily carnivorous. Unlike blue tongue skinks, they're not really gonna eat anything except maybe crickets, mealworms, roaches. They don't get that big, so you're not gonna be feeding them really anything too crazy. Like I wouldn't do. I would not do the super worms. Also, waxworms. Waxworms aren't really good for a treat. They're really high in fat content, so those are just for a treat, or maybe for if found up a female, maybe for breeding. Breeding wise, not too much is known. Breeding wise, not too many people breed. Just in general, not a lot of people breed skinks. Just because right now skinks aren't too popular. Besides blue tongue skinks. But you know what? I really think skinks really deserve some more, limelight in the reptile trade because they're really good. Just as a beginner, or even expert, you got monkey tail skinks. Those are pretty advanced, but they're not that hard to take care of. I mean, besides price, skinks in general are not that expensive. A lot of skinks are more cheaper than bearded dragons. Bearded dragons usually go for $50 just for a normal baby. So, trying to think what else. Decor. These are mostly savanna, grassland, and kind of animals, reptiles. So you're gonna be wanting, jungle mix or maybe even some sand mixed in. Do not use calci sand because this will cause impaction. I cannot stress enough, no one use calci sand. The only animal I can think of where calci sand would be okay would be maybe a sandfish skink, because they're used to it. They're used to accidentally ingesting sand. Not as big of a deal. Any other animals do not use calci sand unless you supervise the animal a lot. You need to really watch it. Plus, calci sand has a lot of chemicals in it because they color it. That color is not natural, so a lot of it will stain the animal. I had bearded dragons where I used to first started using calci sand, and it stained my bearded dragon's feet orange, and it took forever to get that color out. After a couple sheds, it came out after I switched it. Let's see, what else do I need? Here's some more information. Um, they like to climb. They do like to climb. I've seen videos where some people have them on hamster wheels. Just because, surprisingly, they're very active. They're very social. You know, they're good, really good with pairs. You can keep them by themselves, but, you know, I think skinks in general are actually a pretty good communal lizard. Um, they do pretty good. Unlike, say, like chameleons, even sometimes bearded dragons aren't that great to put together. Unless even if you're doing male female, just because the male will be constantly humping the female. But you know, skinks in general do pretty good, and I mean, of course, the rule is you always want to do one male to 2 to 3 females. Because even I've heard of some females fighting, of attacking each other, especially because skinks in general, they have very small digits on their feet, easily can get damaged. So that's something to think about. Um, Keep it very humid. I had a blue tongue skink that started losing feet because it was not cool enough, and when he shed, he started losing his digits. But that's also because the place where I bought him from did not keep him correctly, and when I got him home, I realized he was already starting to lose some of his feet, toes. So, that's it. Probably do another video. I'm gonna probably try to do some reptiles that aren't common in the pet, aren't as commonly kept, but I think should get more attention. So, this is Novec 22 signing out.